Hi, welcome back to our channel. This is Zoe and today I'm reviewing the all-new Honda CB750 Hornet. This is one super impressive bike, and just remember the whole way through this review, when you're hearing about what I'm saying is on this bike and how it performs, what it's pushing out in terms of power, remember that this is available for under £7,000. £6,999 this bike is. Phenomenal. Just before we go into the depths of this bike, I'm just going to do a quick sound test because this has got an SC Project exhaust fitted. It is blown again gangooli here today, but let me show you around the Hornet. First of all, the looks. I tell you what, if we're going to compare it to the MT07, I think I prefer the Hornet. Seems a lot sleeker in my opinion. I mean, the SC Project exhaust makes it look extra special. This particular bike is obviously in the white, but you can also get the black, the yellow and the grey. I have to admit the grey I think would be where my preference is. It's got a few streaks of kind of that neon fluorescent yellow. If we switch her on, have a little look at the lights. All LEDs. So if you think that price point of under £7,000 is impressive, consider this bike is 190 kilograms. It pumps out 92 brake horsepower. You know, they have made this with power to weight ratio as kind of the pinnacle goal really, to optimize it as best as possible, and geez, they've succeeded. So 190 kilograms, it is a little bit heavier than the MT07, but the seat height is a very low 795, whereas the MT07's 805, I believe. So it's lower than that. I'm not quite like flat-footed outside, but I'm definitely more comfortable than I am on my MT07 on it. But just combined, the weight, the seat height, it's just a very comfortable and accessible bike. So on paper, with the Hornet, all they seem to have done is taken the MT07 specs and just improved every single one. And then they've delivered that and reduce the price on it. Only one thing for it, take it out on the road and let's see how she does. Hello Hornet. Oh, that SC exhaust really does sweeten the sound. Good turn and circle. Give the brakes a little test. That's 30. Nice. Not bad at all. So first thing you notice when you ride is it's a little snatchy. It's quite abrupt off the throttle. It's also quite lurchy at the bottom end. But given how much weight they've shed off this bike after adding on all the extras, I don't think it's that surprising. I have an MT07, so it's a pretty easy comparison for me. It really does seem that they've taken the MT07, which is unsurprising given that it's, you know, the best in its class, middleweight, parallel twin. But Honda have just tried to improve it in every sense. But the power, you know, is significantly more at 92 brake horsepower. The MT07 76, and you feel it. The MT07 is all about the torque. Like, what it doesn't have in that power, it makes up for in torque. But actually, the Hornet again, really rivaling it. I mean, I was going to say rarely, but I don't think I've ever really been caught out by the MT07. This bike, however, I got a little air under that front tyre not that long ago. I wish I was recording, just as actual proof. There was no intention there. I don't have the capacity to try a wheelie, unfortunately. Don't have the guts just yet. But I changed gear a little bit too aggressively, I think, and had kept on the power. And yeah, that front end, it was lofty. I think the Hornet is actually more akin to the 890 Duke. Also a parallel twin, obviously bigger engine, but as the 890 feels like a step up from kind of the middleweight, the MT07, the Cowie 650, the CB750R. You know, so does the Hornet. You've got the extra technology. Starting off with the modes then. I'm in sport mode now. You've got a standard mode, you've got rain mode, and you've even got a user mode, so you can adjust kind of the three parameters. The modes react as you would expect. A little less jerky in rain mode, much smoother. In sport mode you really feel like you can get going. What I love is how affordable not only the bike is, but the extras that go with it. You know, if you're looking for those little bit of improvements here and there, the packs are so affordable. So the sport pack, which includes a little fly screen at the front, it includes the cowl for the back seat, and most importantly includes the quick shifter up and down, is only £555 all in, which I think are very impressive. This bike in particular doesn't have a quick shifter on, so sadly I can't actually attest to how good it is, but everything I've read and watched elsewhere says the quick shifter is spot on. The other pack you can get hold of is the touring pack, and that's £765, and with that you get a tank bag, you get the rear bracket, and then the rear seat bag. You then get a set of panniers as well. Like, that's incredible for £765. The other pack they do is the styling pack. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not too fussed about that, but with that styling pack you get a tank pad, you get a skid pad, you get handlebar mounting brackets, I want to say. But yeah, it's just a few extras to make it look a little nicer, I guess. The other thing is the bike actually comes in 4 different colours, and you don't have to pay any extra for any of the colour schemes. How refreshingly different. As I came to a standstill there, it is, you know, very noticeable that the seat height's only 795mm. I feel really confident coming to a stop. I do on the MT07, for instance, have to adjust my weight over, whereas there's none of that. Seat's perfectly comfortable, handlebars kind of where you'd expect them to be, the front of the bike. So just in terms of placing your hands, I've got no extra pressure on my wrists. Sorry, I got very distracted by this car in front that's got plants on its dash. So it's got very short clutch, very revvy. It's just pulling away. It doesn't really feel like a parallel twin. I mean, it's certainly a bit smoother as you get up the gearbox, but low down it almost feels like a V2. It feels like it's got a bit of a character, which you don't get with the parallel twins usually. You need a bit of clear road. You hardly have to do anything to get the bike turning. The steering's so light, barely have to apply a touch. As I was having a little mess around at Haynes car park, I was practicing out the turning circle. So tight, perfect for city riding, but also the country twisties that we love. I'm really enjoying riding this bike. I almost don't want to go and take it back. What's great about the 5-inch TFT is it's got phone connectivity, so we've got the Honda app, which is the same for the rest of the Honda range. And on there, once you've connected, this is with Android at the moment, but there will be an Apple update we're expecting, I think, June. But once connected, you've got your music, you've got the weather, just in case you're unsure, but most importantly, you've got navigation. You see where the sport is now, and the gear, it comes up in that little square there. Turn by turn for Android. I'm not sure how it will be for Apple, but again, you just got to keep remembering that this bike is under £7,000. Other tech on this bike, we've got ABS, we've got traction control, we've got the slipper clutch. The bike's fitted with Michelin 5, the Road 5s tyres. Loads of grip, great all-rounder tyre. The same ones on the MT07. I've had the confidence. I guess the big question is, would I have bought this over the MT07? yeah, I think I would have. I mean, my 21 plate MT07 doesn't have the TFT, which, you know, jumping on this for a price that's less than what I paid for the MT07, it's kind of a big thing, not to mention that the MT07 doesn't have any ride mode. It also doesn't have the option for such affordable upgrades either. Should have bought this. Should have come out earlier. Honda have done an exceptional job with this bike. And here we are, just heading back to Branson's now. This is where I borrowed the demo from today. Thank you ever so much. Awesome dealership. There we go then, back at Branson's. Thank you very much to Branson's for letting me borrow the demo today. If you are in the area, it's Yeovil, come over. We've got Honda on this side, we've got Yamaha on the other. They've got loads of demos to test out. They've also got a great selection of new bikes, but also second-hand bikes. I can also attest to their service centre. Great service centre too. So if you are in the area, do come drop by. But that's it. That's my review on the Honda Hornet. I've really had a great time on this bike today. I think the facts kind of speak for themselves, if I'm honest. So much jam-packed into a bike under £7,000. I know I've kept on going on about it, but when you compare what's out on the market, you know, £7,000 is such a low amount of money. Honda have done a really great job on this one. If you do like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It really does help us over at DSR, helps us keep on producing new content. And in the meantime, ride safe.